We've made several videos on this channel about the NIST frameworks, but today we're tackling one of the most common questions we get asked. What's the difference between NIST CSF, NIST 853 and NIST 800-171? And it's an important question because the differences between the three are vast and meaningful, despite how similar they may sound. So in this video, we're going to cover three things: a brief intro to the standard, the differences between them, and how to get compliant with the one that you choose. Before diving into terms like CSF, 853 and 800-171, it helps to understand the umbrella they all fall under. NIST. NIST stands for National Institute of Standards and Technology and is an agency of the US Department of Commerce. NIST focuses heavily on safety and collaboration between the private sector and the government. And no place is this more evident than in its work in relation to cybersecurity. NIST has hundreds of publications. There's over 200 publications in the NIST 800 series alone. And the three most popular ones are NIST CSF, NIST 853, and NIST 171. NIST CSF, or Cybersecurity Framework, is the first of these. And it's a set of best practices for private organizations that want to improve their cybersecurity and protect their data. CSF was designed to make cost-effective data security possible for organizations of any size in virtually any sector, so as to mitigate the risk of cybersecurity breach. There's a video in the top right corner if you want to know more about CSF in detail. Then there's NIST 853, considered the gold standard for cybersecurity the world over. 853 was originally built for federal institutions, and since the US government casts a wide net in terms of the private corporations it works with, it's common for these companies to be directly connected to federal servers, networks, or related IT systems, thus requiring these companies to be NIST 853 compliant too. Again, video in the top right corner if you want to know more. NIST 800-171 is the last of the major three NIST frameworks. Reading directly from NIST 800-171 doc, you can see that the framework is built for federal agencies that are in contract with non-federal organizations, when the non-federal organization is not collecting or maintaining information on behalf of a federal agency. It specifically applies to organizations working with CUI, or Controlled Unclassified Information. So, what are the differences between NIST CSF, NIST 853, and NIST 800-171? The first difference is their size and structure. NIST CSF is the smallest of the three frameworks, with 108 controls, and is broken down into the CSF core, profiles, and implementation tiers. NIST 853 is nearly 10 times larger, with 1,077 controls split across 20 control families, with extra steps and enhancements under each. NIST 171 brings us back down to earth, with 110 controls. The second difference is who these frameworks apply to. NIST CSF is a completely voluntary framework, built for small to medium tech companies that are looking to bolster their security posture. NIST 853, on the other hand, applies to all federal agencies and is a compulsory requirement. It is also compulsory for companies that work directly with these federal agencies. Some private organizations, however, often follow NIST 853 of their own volition, just because it's such a comprehensive and well-rounded framework. NIST 800-171 applies to companies that work with federal agencies, also when they're mandated by way of contract to do so. More specifically, 800-171 applies to those companies that process, store, or transmit controlled unclassified information. The controls in 800-171 are derived from the moderate security control baseline in NIST 853. The final difference is what these frameworks, once implemented, help you achieve. While NIST CSF helps companies improve their security, NIST 853 and NIST 800-171 go one step further. Being NIST 853 compliant means that companies are now in line with the Federal Information Security Modernization Act, also known as FISMA, and with the Federal Information Processing Standard Publication 200, also known as FIPS. NIST 800-171 allows companies to stay in line with the Controlled Unclassified Information Program. Hopefully, by now, you know which of these frameworks most aptly applies to you. So now, we can talk about how you can go about getting them. NIST represents a fundamental shift in the world of cybersecurity, moving from moment-in-time compliances to continuous monitoring compliance. The focus on constant visibility, along with the adaptive nature of these controls, means that organizations will also have to shift the way they get compliant, from the old paperwork, human-assisted, and manual approach to a much more digitized, automated, and integrated method of compliance. Sprinto helps companies leverage compliance automation across several frameworks: NIST 853, NIST CSF, SOC 2, ISO 27001, and more, so that companies can get compliant faster, easier, and more inexpensively. Continuous monitoring via Sprinto's centralized dashboard means that you stay compliant to all year round, not just during an audit cycle. To know more, visit sprinto.com or book a demo with our NIST experts using the link below. If you found this video useful, remember to like and subscribe. Or better yet, share the video with someone that you think might find it useful too. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. We'll get back to you as soon as possible.